What's up, guys? It's Colin or Rooster77 here. I'm here with.
What's up, guys? I'm Harrison.
And what are we going to do, Harrison, today?
We're going to talk about some college and NFL football.
Is it that time of the year again?
It really is.
Oh, my God. And after week 3, our two teams are already in the top 6.
That right there.
Whoops. But there I am. Sorry, it took a mirror
The
reflection.
biggest headline of the
Biggest headline of the college football.
probably of the 3 weeks. It's been the biggest headline so far.
I think so, of the year. I mean, Michigan State versus Oregon
It was pretty good, but
all right. Well, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about Ohio State and Northern Illinois, number 1.
I mean, there's not much to say. They played awful. They really
played
did.
awful.
I mean,
Both quarterbacks.
Yeah, both quarterbacks just did absolutely terrible. I mean, you throw an interception and you think, okay, that's bad. Then you throw a second one, so they're like, all right, we're gonna put in the backup quarterback, and then he throws an interception too, and they still win.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that they played Northern Illinois. I mean, not that Northern Illinois is a terrible team.
At home too.
At home, Ohio State. The fans
Jeez.
the fans were out of it. They should have been more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you get into a game like that?
I don't know. But then, of course, let's just talk about how the standings are now. Michigan State's number 2 now.
Yeah.
But they played Air Force, and they gave up 21 points to Air Force.
Yeah, but
I mean, Air Force, it's kind of.
It's not awful.
It's not terrible. 35-21. Still an 8-touchdown win.
Yeah, it's true.
And then we go to Ole Miss, number 3. So you want to talk about?
All right, Ole Miss played Alabama. Great game in my household, of course.
It was in Alabama. It was in
Tuscaloosa. In
game
Tuscaloosa.
Day.
College game day at 9:15 at night Eastern Standard Time.
Lee Corso picked Alabama to win it. Well,
like he did every year, Lee Corso for the second year in a row was wrong.
Do you think next year when they play each other?
I think next year Corso he may finally get some sense put into him when they play in Ole Miss. But no, I mean great game overall. Really surprised with what Chad Kelly did and how he came out and really composed himself, and even under the pressure in the fourth quarter, how he came out and just had a great drive down the field and was able to. Yeah.
Is Chad Kelly the Ole Miss quarterback?
Chad Kelly is the Ole Miss quarterback.
Okay, I want to make sure that.
Actually, the nephew of
Chip Kelly.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was Ole Miss's they showed 43 points against the Alabama defense. What happened to Ole Miss's defense? Was it just like?
I mean, it was still pretty good. And the fact they only gave up 35 points to the Alabama offense is pretty good in Alabama at night. That's
going to be hard.
To do.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time ever Ole Miss has won 2 straight games against Alabama.
First time ever.
Only the second time they've ever won in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I heard about that. Okay, so we go up to number 4, which is TCU. TCU played.
I didn't even watch the game.
I didn't watch it either, but I saw the final score, and it was 56-37. But I remember seeing it 42-37. So I mean, and it was against SMU, which is Southern Miss.
Well, SMU they gave them trouble last year too.
Yeah.
SMU's giving them. They're trying to make sure it's not going to be easy.
And I'm pretty sure Baylor played SMU last week. So I guess that kind of school.
SMU gets their dose of the Big 12.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And of course we go into number 5, and number 5 is who's number 5? Oh, it's Baylor. That is Baylor.
Yep, number 5 is Baylor. Then we go on to number 6, Notre Dame. Colin, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. Well, Notre Dame had a probably the toughest game of the year. Luckily, it was at home against Georgia Tech. Coming to the game, Georgia Tech averaged 67 points and 457 rushing yards, and we held them to just 22 points and 216 rushing yards. Our offense did amazing. Our second-string quarterback, technically our third-string quarterback, because Everett Golson left in the spring, and then Malik came in and played, and he got injured week 2, and then Deshaun Kaiser, redshirt freshman last year, came into the game and won for us last week, and then this week he got started and did pretty well. Only had 1 pick, and it was not a crucial pick. And yeah, it was pretty overall just showing the media that we are for real and that we can win football games.
So let's talk about the injuries that have haunted Notre Dame this year.
Okay, so week 1. Do you know what happened week 1? Week 1, our running back, Tarian Folston, led the team in touchdowns, or rushing touchdowns, and rushing. And, he goes down week 1. First quarter, out.
Hey, I know that feeling.
Yeah. Harrison.
For those of you who don't know, I tore the ligament in my foot my first game of soccer this season.
Well,
6 weeks.
No one knows that because we haven't done a video in like a month.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to get back into videos. We might do a NASCAR video later today, which is actually right now it's 2 a.m. So,
Whoop, whoop, party up.
yeah, we'll explain that in a different video why we're hanging out at 2 a.m. All right. And next, oh yeah, on the injury list was Malik Zaire week 2. He had a fractured ankle, out for the season.
Thank you.
You have a girlfriend. Don't need to show off.
Yeah, I do. Anyway, so Malik Zaire.
Malik Zaire. Shut up, right?
Hey, I forgot how to use English today in the class, and I did not. The teacher was trying to ask, because we tried to correct her on her grammar, because she had said "an hypothesis," like "an hypothesis" in her writing. We were like, "That's wrong," and she's like, "No, it's not, because I was taught this way." We're like, "Well, the way we were taught is that's incorrect." She's like, "All right, Harrison, what's step number 1?" It's and I stuttered for about 15 seconds before I was like, "It's an observation." She's like,
Good job.
Are you okay? I was like, "Yeah."
You win, Harrison. All right. Malik Zaire going out with a fractured ankle, and that's pretty much what happened there. Let's move on to week 3.
The reason I'm laughing is because he got hurt celebrating.
Drew Tranquil, our sophomore running back, and the only reason he actually played last year is because a lot of injuries that happened last year during the second half of the season. So he became number one safety, and played amazing play off of third and long. They threw it to the end zone. He covered it well, jump up in the air, and tore his ACL out for the season.
He tried to get a little side bump with his buddy, and didn't work.
Well, I mean, it worked, but then it
didn't work, but he went straight down.
Yeah, and that was week 3.
Yep. All right.
Moving on to number 7. I think number 7 is
LSU.
Yeah. There
you go.
All right. Leonard Fournette.
Correction. 7 is Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I suck.
Okay. Georgia showing that they can score points against a not very good South Carolina team.
Yeah, true. But I mean,
52 points. I mean, it was
in
at
the
home.
SEC, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So now we can move on to LSU and Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette showing that he can win the Heisman Trophy with over 200. What?
He won't do it. He won't win the Heisman. I'm calling it's either gonna be Nick Chubb or Chad Kelly. Chad Kelly's already put up over 1,000 passing yards in the season in 3 games, and Nick Chubb is just dominant. And someone's gonna end up stopping Leonard Fournette, and LSU has no offense besides him.
Just like Auburn, or not Auburn. Shit, who's the other team? Who cares? All right, number 9. Our last team that we're going to talk about today for college football is UCLA. UCLA is one of the what does UCLA stand for?
University of California, Los Angeles.
Central.
Shut the fuck up.
Central Los Angeles.
I was close. California, yeah. Central, close, same thing.
Yeah. Well, the 3-0. First week they beat Virginia. Second week they beat. I don't remember who they beat, and then this week they just beat BYU barely by 1 point at their own stadium at night. So
that was close.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but UCLA will definitely not make it into the playoffs if they keep playing like this. Let's just do a final after week 3. Top 4, go.
Ohio State doesn't look good. I think they'll end up losing to Michigan State later on in the year or in the Big Ten championship, and they'll get knocked out of the playoffs. Michigan State, they don't have much of a challenge the rest of the year. They play Michigan, won't be too tough. They play Ohio State, won't be too tough. Ole Miss, I think if they can beat LSU and A&M at home, show a real possibility to go on to the college football playoff. And TCU's just good at scoring points.
Yeah, they got Baylor and Oklahoma later in the year.
Baylor won't do anything. Oklahoma, I don't know yet. Maybe Tennessee. So
Yeah. Notre Dame gotta win the rest of the season.
yeah, Notre Dame's got to win out, and even then, I still don't think they'll make it. I think they have to win out, and all the conference champions have to have at least 2 losses. Because if not, then it's going to go by conference championship, and that's where Notre Dame loses out because they don't have conference championship.
Well, I think Notre Dame will still get in if they win out, no matter what. And I think it's gonna be Michigan State, Ole Miss, and possibly we got TCU in there. So I think it's gonna be Michigan State at number 1, TCU at number 2, Ole Miss 3, and Notre Dame 4.
Sounds good.
All right, let's move on to the NFL after 10 minutes of talking. Let's do this quick because we gotta
Yeah,
limit is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
NFL Week 2.
Jags Dolphins.
Jags Dolphins.
Well, you have to do this one. You're the one who actually watched the game. I only watched the last 5 minutes. I fell asleep.
Okay, I was in the car for about 10 minutes of the game, but we did score on our very first drive, which is the first time in I don't know how long, but a while. Or on our first drive.
First time in a year. The last time they did it was last year, and it was the 4th game of the season.
Sounds about right.
Chad Henne did it
No,
once.
it was Blake Bortles.
No, I think it was still Henne. I think it was Henne's last starting job because then everyone started chanting, "We want Bortles," and they pulled Bortles in like midway through the first quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we scored 7 points on our first drive.
Doesn't happen a lot.
Made Dolphins kick a field goal, 7-3, and I remember coming back to the game and it was 10-3, and then they scored again, made 10-6, and then we scored a touchdown, 17-6. Our guy, before half, we were up 17-13.
It was 10-3, 20-13, 20-20, and then they kicked the field goal to win it.
Yeah, but before half, our new kicker, our rookie Myers kicks a 58-yard field goal.
What?
A rookie. I don't know how long it's been since they had a 58 plus for a rookie. I don't know. Maybe it's never happened before. But yeah, Jags did it, and that was before halftime. Dolphins scored a touchdown the very first possession, and from there on out, no one scored the rest of the game
Until I woke up.
the Jags kicked the field goal with 40 seconds remaining, making them 1-1 for the very first time since September of 2012. And the Colts lost on Monday. So the Colts are 0-2. The Texans are 0-2. And Tennessee lost on Sunday, making them 1-1. And the Jags won on Sunday. So right now, as of right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars are leading the AFC South.
Panthers won. They're 2-0. All I gotta say, Panthers 2.
And they're leading the NFC South. All right, well that's all we got for this recap edition of recap.
There you go.
Tune in next week when we talk about week 4 and week 3.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. Whoops, I misclicked.
I don't care.